There's a lot of older people own land, and I think really only about 3-4 years ago I actually shut my fax off because I would still get a deal that trickled in every now and then. But that was it's so much easier than cold calling and texting and things like that. So it was really great for a while. If you put the marketing out there, you knew you were going to get deals. I never had doubts of only maybe the first couple of mailers, but I got deals back from them. So and then going a few years trying new areas, trying new price points and things like that. There were a couple of big mailers that I got skunked. So you spend $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 and get nothing. But then sometimes you're depressed about it, and then like 6 months later, a year later, one deal comes in from that campaign that you make $50,000 on, or
right.
Even. I had one deal where this was actually in the beginning of 2020, I think, 2020, and then I think it was the end of 2020. I put it under contract, sold it early 2021. This was my best deal ever, and it was easy. I think I had, of my own time, an hour and a half to 2 hours into it, maybe. And even my assistant only had a couple of hours of time. So there was not to make this too long of a story, but I was using a polygon tool in a tool called Data Tree to pull my data. And so I drew the polygon in the part of the county that I wanted. I think it was Park County, Colorado. But they don't have county lines on that. So you got to just kind of eyeball it. And so if you go over into the next county and didn't want to, I just figured if I'm setting my filter, it won't grab anything out of that county. I was wrong, and I'm glad I did, because I'm glad I was wrong, because it grabbed a lot in a subdivision near Breckenridge, the ski resort. Mm-hmm. I get a call from this guy, and I think we sent a blind offer for like $37,000, and if I remember the numbers right, and he came back and he said, why don't we make it an even 40? And he goes, yeah, I've been doing the comps in that area. So I'm like, oh, he's a sharp guy. I'm not going to get a deal. But he comes back and he goes, yeah, I'll sell it for 40.